Hey guys, welcome to Texas Kaiju Fishing. So today's video is a tutorial on how to tie a blood knot. The blood knot I like to use when I attach leaders to my braid line. I have two reels spooled up with braid. One is my light spinning reel. It has 10-pound braid, which is this one right here. It is the same thickness as 4-pound monofilament, but it's 10-pound strength rated. And then to this, I like to add mono leaders. That way, supposedly fish have a harder time seeing monoline. And then the other reel I have is one with 60-pound braid, which is my flipping, my top water, and my swim bait reel. And so that one I'll attach a 12, 15, 20-pound leader. But today I'm just doing a video showing you with light line, and I will also include with a bigger, thicker rope. That way y'all can see how it's done a little clearer. So when doing the blood knot, you want to make sure you cross the line, the tag ends, and then one's going to loop away from you, the other one's going to loop towards you, and then you'll bring the tag ends back to the middle, facing opposite of each other before you cinch it down. Traditionally, when tying a blood knot, you want to do 4 turns over the main lines. When the line is thinner in diameter, you do more turns. So for these two, which is 6-pound mono, 10-pound braid, I'm going to do 9 turns and see if that cinches down. Now, when done correctly, it'll cinch down. The knot lets you know if you did it correctly. Right here, you wet your line. You cinch it down. There you go. Blood knot. And then you really want to make sure it cinches down. Really pull nice and hard. Careful not to cut your fingers, especially with this braid. When done correctly, it will cinch down. Again, the knot will let you know if you need to add more loops or not, because it'll just slip right through. And then right there you have each tag end facing opposite ways, which is what you want. Nice and neat. It'll slip through your guides, even come out the reel smoothly. And so this 6-pound mono, I have about 3 feet worth of leader, and I'll use that on my light spinning tackle when I throw my 1/16 ounce or lighter jig heads. There you have it. I'll show you with a thicker line, that way y'all can see it better. And again, all you need to adjust are the amount of times you turn over, the amount of times you go over. So with light tackle, with light line, you'll need more turns. The heavier it is, the less you'll need. I don't ever do less than 5 on each side. I feel like that makes the knot weaker, and so I always use 5 minimum, even with my heavy braid and my heavy mono leaders. Once you have it cinched down, cut the tag ends. Because there is really no slip to this knot, you can cut the tag ends as closest to the knot as possible and leave it nice and flush. Careful not to cut the main lines, or else you'll be stuck retying again. Now, cutting braid is difficult. It really doesn't cut well if you don't have tension on it. The reason you want to cut as close to the knot as possible will make it easier when it goes through the guides. But yeah, I'll probably take my fingernail clipper, and cut it a little closer to the knot as possible. That way it slides through guides a little easier. So I'm going to show you with sticker rope how to tie this blood knot. That way y'all can see. So you cross your lines, and then you loop. A traditional blood knot is 4 loops around the other line. Then was that 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. Then you take it back to the start. And so this one I looped away. You point up. Then you maintain this part pinched. Now you loop this one towards you 4 times. 3. 4. Then you take it and you point it down. So right there where you cross the lines, you have both tag ends going through this loop. And then you just cinch both main lines. There you have a blood knot. If done properly, and you hold it up like this, both tag ends are opposite of each other. There you go, that's a blood knot. Alright guys, hope y'all enjoyed that. Hopefully it helps you out and you go and try to put some leaders to your main lines. Now, I have mostly I throw copolymer, and that's a hybrid line between mono and fluoro. It's monoline coated in fluorocarbon. I do have some braided spinning reels and 1 braided bait caster. What I've noticed is braid is a whole lot easier to cast. There is a learning curve, but once you get it down, braid does cast further than the other lines. Downside is if you're fishing along riprap or rocks, it will nick the braid, and it will basically slice it. Braid is tough, stronger, but it's not a good line to fish around rocks and anything that has sharp edges. So if you plan on fishing along riprap or rocks, add a leader. Also, I've heard, I don't believe it, but that some fish see the braided line. What some people like to do is they just take a black Sharpie and they paint over the line about a foot. That way the fish don't see the line as well. But the reason I'm doing this on this light line, I like jigging on mono just because of that stretch. It gives it a little more action when you're jigging a jig head or the plastic lures I throw. But there you have it. So y'all go and try this out. The other positives of braid, it'll last longer on the spool. And although it costs more, you can leave it a whole lot longer on your reel than you could mono or fluorocarbon. The sun eats away at your mono and fluorocarbon, whereas braid's a little more resistant to that. So that's why I think I'm probably going to do a braid backing with mono and fluoro leaders for this next season. Just because this line itself that I spooled on my travel rod has been on there all year. Haven't had to re-spool it. And in the long run, I think that saves you more money than having to re-spool mono and fluoro every time it gets kinked or starts to look, starts to feel like it's losing its strength. But until next time, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it. Till then, y'all take it easy.